Hey everybody, it's Jazzy the Video Store Sasquatch here. It is October 25th. We are 25 horror movies in after watching Arena Wars, directed by Brandon Slagle. Um, this is pushing what a horror movie is, but I kind of get why it's in the horror genre here. They take prisoners and they have to face the most like vicious serial killers there are, and they put them together. And then if you get out, you get free for life. The guy like makes sure he like puts in your head that he had already did this, so it is real. You're really gonna be fucking let live if he has it. But it's been so long since someone actually survived that they hired this like MMA like military guy to kind of do it. He gets this ragtag of prisoners together. Um, it's kind of like Condemned meets 31. It wasn't terrible. Like it wasn't terrible by no means. It's not going to go in the top 10. It's not going to. I mean, it's definitely in the top half of the movies we watched this year. Definitely good quality direction, good cinematography and stuff like this, especially for its budget. There's nothing wrong with it. I like the whole concept of it, but the whole problem is it was just a little cheaply made, and it was like I wish more people watched WWE, but it was like watching Steve Blackman as a star. If you know what that means, this means it's a tough guy that looks like he can kick your ass, but he has no charisma, nothing special about him. It's boring to watch. So it was kind of like watching Steve Blackman watch go through this. Um, that's just my opinion. Um, I think that they would have been better off with a little more budget, maybe put in. I mean, Condemned. See, it's just there's so many movies like this, like Condemned, the Driving movie, even 31 and stuff like this, where you have to like kind of go through the killers. So yeah, so I mean, if you're gonna put it on the bottom for that too, so that's just it has a lot of competition involved with it. It's barely a horror movie, and on top of it, like the guy that you chose your lead has no charisma, so it has a lot work against it. But if you like this type of thing, check it out because you will definitely like this movie because it's one of the top ones of these like cheap, cool, badass fighting movie type deals. Barely like it's like action horror, barely horror, barely horror. We barely got away with this one, but it is in the horror section, and it says 2024 on the thing. It says 2023 or 2022 again on IMDb. I do not understand this. I don't get it. The one that's kind of funny is one of them from last week. I forgot to say it. It said 2004 on IMDb and 2023 on the distribution site, which would have been Shutter. So who knows what's going on with these dates? It's crazy. It's probably a lot to do with the strike, but it is confusing at times when you're trying to look them up. I will see you guys tomorrow and have a good rest of your day. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Saturday, October 26th. We have 26 movies into the month. We have 5 movies left to watch. Today was Cobweb, directed by Samuel Bowden. This was good. This was actually really good. It was like a sinister black phone type of mix deal. Um, you really weren't sure what was going on to the very end, kind of stuff going on. Um, Anthony Starr, downright menacing from the boys. Lizzie Chaplin's really good. Really good movie. I definitely find this. This was on Hulu. Um, it's gonna go right to the top of the top five, probably 32, maybe even one. I will look at it after I'm done with this. So yes, I would go find this movie. I would watch it. It came out on Hulu. I think this is a Hulu original, or maybe it came out in theaters and I just missed it last year. It was 2023. Um, like I said, great acting, great direction, very great story. I think it's a downright terrifying story. It's very mixed. It's kind of there's like 3 or 4 movies you kind of put together. I'm trying to like not like just tell you because there's not a lot of twists and turns in this, but there is a couple twists and turns. So yeah, just I'd find it on Hulu. I'd watch it. I'm glad it was good because we kind of had a couple of stinkers in a row. So good to see a good one. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, how you guys doing? It is October 27th. We are 27 of 31 in. I watched The Nun 2, the second one. I did watch the first one. I didn't like it. That's why it took a year to watch this one. This one's better than the second one. I liked it. Um, I'd say it's better though. I would say that it's a step up from the second one for sure. Or, I mean, not the second one's a step up from the first one for sure. So it's always good when horror movies do that. Kind of makes you interested to see if there's gonna be a third one or not. I bet this one sold better. I bet the word got around like halfway decent. Like this one is actually a decent movie. It's where the none you can even watch it. The one scare was in the trailer, and then after that scare, there was nothing really into it. So yeah, this one better shot at it. From the Conjuring universe, so we get all the Conjuring stuff. Throw into it. Um, the nun didn't want to go because of the first one. I get her reasonings. Kind of ties in. They all kind of tie in the guy and the demon and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, for what this one was, um, better offering, better thought out story than the first one. I'd still say this is at the bottom half. I mean, it's probably right around half, but it's definitely in the bottom part more for movies of this month so far. Nothing wrong with that. We've seen a lot of good movies. We've seen a lot of bad movies this month going into it. Um, Four left. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Four left. So I'll see you guys tomorrow with four, three, and then two, and then one. So have a good rest of your days, guys. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is October 28th. It is Monday. 28 of 31. So that means we have three left here coming up the home stretch going into Halloween. One of the super hosts, directed by Braden Christensen. The movie's pretty decent. I like the concept of the Airbnb host being kind of crazy, especially since it was kind of like a YouTuber reviewers, and they were not even on the up and up really when you actually like watch the movie. There's like, little falsehoods about them that kind of make it perfect that like they're gonna get killed. I like when they finally switch when she finally makes the switch and becomes a killer. This is a great concept. A little under budget, not quite a top 10 movie, but definitely right outside. Maybe like 12, 11, maybe even 13, somewhere around there. Um, the big thing was the believability of like the reviewer influencer type couple that are kind of like fake. The girl thought that it was more than, or the girl thought it was less than what the guy thought it was. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? You kind of can't believe it. And the guy kind of falls around. And that's how we get there where they're at. And then when the one thing I wouldn't do is she already answered you once when you said something through the cameras, and then like this bitch, one chick, the one guest kept like wanting to talk shit about her on her blog on the camera house where you know she's watching and listening to everything. So some of that was a little far fetched. Couple of editing scenes weird. The 3D knife scene through the chin probably been cooler as a practical effect, but who knows like what that would have cost, what this was. Shutter again. So if you're looking for it, it's on Shutter. I would definitely watch it if I were, especially if you're a horror fan. I'd probably give it a C, C minus. C. I'll be nice. I'll be nice to that. I'll give it a C. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's on Shutter, like pretty much all these other ones. Um, yeah, we're getting down to it. Last three. I know one of them's gonna be the first Omen. I'm gonna try and get the Stranger Darling or Darling Stranger or whatever, and I don't know about a third one yet. So we're getting there. Happy Halloween, everybody. Or I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday, October 29th. We are 29 and 31 new horror movies. I watched the first Omen, directed by Argus Stevenson. This movie actually kind of deserves its own little streaming Saturday. It's kind of unfortunate that I kind of lumped it into these 31 new movies. Is definitely way better than all of these movies, so it's going to be like number one, which isn't even fair to the other movies because the other movies didn't have a shot compared to this, like, you know, big budget studio movie. I mean, it is what it is. We'll probably put another studio movie in tomorrow just to kind of see if we can't knock it off number one. But this movie is very good, very scary, very creepy. It was a horror kind of religious deal. First Omen, so it's to deal with the omen and the childbirth and the demon spawn. The actress in it, is very good. It's hard to play possessed and then like keep like a serious face or keep it serious and not be like over the top. I think that she did a very good job in this. The only critique I would give it here is it's a slow burn. We're kind of getting used to these slow burns with these movies. That's pretty much the norm for today. Feels like that's how directors are gonna kind of use these. It's unfortunate. This movie would have been a lot better with like a lot quicker pacing because once they like picked up and it got scary and we saw the cult behind everything and saw all this, it's just unfortunate that this wasn't a little bit faster paced. As a 2 hour movie, it probably would have been better at hour 40. But I mean, this is definitely the best movie that we watched all month. This is a very good movie. I'm kind of disappointed in myself for not going to see it in theaters when it was in theaters in April because this is definitely something I should have saw in theaters. It would have been cooler. It would have been bigger. It would have been scarier. But it's just unfortunate. It progresses with the Omen very well. This is gonna be a little bit longer than normal. So like I said, this kind of deserves its own little streaming Saturday review here, and it's kind of getting like a too quick little review, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, I give this movie a B plus. Horror, probably a C plus or C minus or normal. See, the problem with these like horrors or religion movies, you really don't know how well it would screen with just like a normal audience because normal audiences don't like really want to like have to deal with like satanic stuff and stuff like that. So just something different. But yeah, go check this one out. It was on Hulu. I believe it's Fox Searchlight. So if it's Fox movie, that means it's Disney. You know what I mean? So it's a good concept, great deal. Clear that the Fox is going to kind of work as Disney's like old school like Touchstone and stuff like this. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna get a lot of good Fox Searchlight movies, a lot of good Fox titles. Disney, is gonna milk out whatever money they can. So we'll see a couple more probably old school Fox horror movies. So yeah, something to look out forward to. Yeah, definitely. Uh, Great job by the director here. Put you into the original movies, which the original movies would have been like the '70s when it came out. So think about it like that. So it has to take you all the way back there. Um, these period piece horror movies, it's like the third or fourth one I've watched this month, maybe like the fifth or sixth one all year total. So they're kind of adapting, they're kind of becoming more of a thing, which is cool. Uh yeah, there's nothing wrong with these movies. Check it out, it's on Hulu, and I will see you tomorrow. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Wednesday, October 30th, the day before Halloween, and I watched Who Invited Them, directed by Duncan Birmingham. This movie was pity pity. There's parts about it I liked, there's parts about it I didn't like. I liked some of the cast, didn't like some of the cast. I'll give it a C minus. Um, Definitely not in the top 10. It is all right. Um, so basically, this couple was invited to a dinner, and they and to have people play a game, and the violence of this game escalates quickly. I think they even brought the parents involved in the one couple or the one guy. Crazy movie. Kind of like a funny games type of deal. Um, yeah, I mean it was a Shutter original, so you're really not expecting much. I don't know. It played like a TV movie. It was a TV movie. Had some okay people in it. I think the humor would have been better if we would have got some different actors involved in places and stuff like this that they wanted. Yeah, it just kind of fell flat. That's a good way to say it. It's so flat, kind of boring. Um, there's no real twists and turns, and when you kind of find out what the couple's about, it's not really shocking. And the escalations of the games and what happens is really not that bad. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't go find it. I'd definitely put it in the bottom half of what's going on this month. But it was worth a try. Day before Halloween. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy Halloween, everybody. It is October 31st. We did it. We did 31 new movies in 31 days. Craziness. We used Shutter. We used a little Hulu. We used a little Netflix. We used a little bit of Prime. This final one was a brand new movie on Netflix from October 30th. It is called Time Cut. It's directed by Hannah McPherson. Um, we kind of ended the month with two bad movies. I wish I would have looked at this a little bit more because I was about halfway through and realized that this is a PG-14 movie, which means it's a PG-13 movie, and we know how I feel about PG-13 horror movies. And another real problem with this one is it's like if Disney did a horror movie on their Disney Channel and they made it. It's just silly nonsense. If you're a teenager, you might like it. It's not so hardcore. It's not like the other ones. If you're an adult, you're definitely not gonna like it. It is boring. It is not a slasher movie like you think it is. It is just like I said, pretty much like an after school special horror movie that you'd see on TV at some point in time. It's unfortunate. Had an interesting concept of going back to the future to save her sister that died from a slasher. The slasher ended up being from the future who was helping them at the time. So it was all kind of intertwined. I don't know. It wasn't very good. I kind of just spoiled it for you there with the end, but I don't feel bad because I hope you don't watch the movie. So that was it. This is it. We did 31, 31. That was the last movie. We got them all done. It's crazy. Um, I love this time of year. It's always a great time. I love horror movies. I mean, even though there were some stinker movies, there's a lot of good movies. That's why I'm so glad that the horror movies are definitely in a good place. I mean, these were all B-roll movies, pretty much. We brought in a couple of um, studio ringers to kind of open up the list, but it really was independent movies, independent horror movies. There's a lot of Shutter collection, and that's very good because that means that the movies under the movies of the studio movies that are coming out are good. That means the studio movies eventually will be really, really good, even though there are a lot of really good ones. I mean, this year alone, Smile 2, Substance, um, Speak No Evil. So, you know what I mean? Like, I could sit here and list the good ones. Vaccines. Uh, yeah, I mean, there's probably another couple good ones out there. So, of the like, I've seen so many damn horror movies this year. It's crazy and put them all together, but that's just what it is. Azrael is another good one. So yeah, looking forward to it. The end of the week, we're gonna go see Heretic in theaters. We have Don't Move and Brothers. So for our streaming Saturday, we finally break the streak of horror movies and we put in the Brothers here. So it's all over, guys. Over's done with. Do a little bit in November, and I think we'll do a 25 days to Christmas, where we do 25 holiday or 25 Christmas movies, working our way up to Christmas. So happy Halloween, guys! It's a great holiday. I hope you guys hand out candy or went trick or treating with your kids. I hand out candy myself. Um, so I hope that this everything keeps going, and we are going. And thank you guys very much for watching, and have a good rest of the day. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment your top movie picks for Throwback Thursday in the comment section. And see you next time in the cave.